So we are live.
Broadcasting live.
We are live. Welcome to another episode of the Flavor Profile. Today we have everybody in the kitchen. We have Lisa, Sheri, Andy. I'm guessing my nephew Harrison is probably asleep or busying himself. Lola is a part of the juggling as well. That's great. So today,
I wash my hands before I cook.
yeah, oh, yes. We do observe kitchen protocols in terms of sanitation. So yes. So today's broadcast is gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna break it into two because in making Jamaican beef patties, you have the part to do the dough, which takes some time, and then you have the other part which you do the meat and you finish up everything up. So
He's right there. Oh, he's right there? Mm-hmm. Okay.
so at any point in time, you guys can just jump in and just tell me what's going on.
Say that again.
I said at any point in time, anybody can jump in and
and say what we're doing.
yes.
Oh, we can talk.
Yes. Yes.
So I go into the crust pot, and Lisa going. This is my prop.
Yes.
This is my prop. I'm gonna do the garnish. I mean, you see, I think and it confuse you. I'm gonna do the crust, and Lisa is going to do the
Filling.
So this is your tonic and tonic.
Thank you. Yeah, keep your tonic and tonic.
You have a smooth glass.
I'm gonna do the crust. How many times am I gonna say that? I'm
said
gonna
that
do the crust. I'm gonna do the crust,
Mm-hmm.
and Lisa is going to do. Your cherry tomatoes. They're very good this time of year.
Right.
Lisa's gonna do the filling.
Right.
We are doing this recipe that Lisa found on YouTube by a guy who you have to give your props.
Yeah, you have to give credit where credit is due. It's
Yeah.
HAWT _ chef.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on YouTube and Instagram.
I think the hot chef is it's on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
So what is it on YouTube? Chef something.
Mm-hmm.
Share something. So there's a YouTube. You can just go to Instagram and find that if you want to.
Right.
But this patty thing has had more than 1 million viewings. So, like a long time, we want to see if we can make patty. We said maybe we will follow that guy here recipe. So we're going to follow that chef recipe.
Are you also streaming on your pages? Sure.
Hmm?
Are you streaming this on your page as well?
No, I'm not gonna stream it. I'm gonna do like mashup ones like I usually do.
Right.
I mean, the time lapse.
Time lapse. Right.
But not live. This is the live version of it, but
Okay. I just checking.
just like time lapse, like the smaller videos, like what I do.
No, because you guys were saying that you wanted to do something live, so outside of.
No, not live.
Not live.
I wanted to do the actual full length thing, but that's okay. I can look back at the video. This video.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
For the
Okay.
video.
Okay.
What was it?
Okay.
But, maybe somebody don't have the 5 hours that it going to take to do this. But would I want to see a shorter version, right?
Right.
So
Right.
that's what the plan is there to do. So I'm gonna start working on the crust on this side. Lisa's gonna start working on the filling, and these are gin and tonics. Lisa has a tonic and tonic.
Gin and tonic, and then Lisa has a tonic and tonic.
Yeah, tonic and tonic.
Okay.
So I need something a bit like other people on the. Did I just say my password out loud on the video? All right. So I'm gonna put all of the ingredients together in separate bowls. So 1.5 cup of flour, 1.5 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoon sugar, 1.5 teaspoon curry powder, 1 teaspoon turmeric. Oh, he has turmeric and curry powder. So one of the things that is this, he says that this recipe is known for is that the crust is also flavorful. Because sometimes you eat a thing and it's just the meat, and if the meat a feature and you're not really interested in the crust. And like little scoop it, you open up patty and just scrape out the meat and then just leave the crust. He wants a delicious and tasty crust. So he has both turmeric and curd powder in it. He has baking powder, cold butter, and cold shortening, and 5 ounces of buttermilk. So I'm gonna gather those together, and then mix them up like what he did say.
Right. Okay. What is your social handle that you want people to know? All things Sheri.
That's it. That's the one. Sorry, let's try. And then Lisa and I have a collaborative page called Curry
Gravy. Right. And
Lisa's page, because we do a lot of intersecting things in this family, as our public knows. But we all have our individual platforms. So like Alison Harrison and Factory 75, and Lisa and I have a dual platform on Curry Gravy, and then Lisa's platform for the food thing is Caribbean Foodways.
Yes. Yeah, you know, man, I have it here. It's just for the banners I want to make. The scrolling things. The scrolling things at the bottom. Yes.
In today's episode, Lisa and Sheri
Prepare?
Unless Lisa and Sheri is one thing. Maybe Lisa and Sheri can be like a single entity. Lisa and Sheri prepare. Is Lisa and Sheri prepare?
Sheri prepare.
Yeah.
Right.
And beef patties. Yeah.
FLAVOUR. Okay. Prepare.
Watch me, are you?
Yes, you're right. It's prepare. Usually it's because it's a standard banner that I use, and it's usually one of you. So I just change the text in the same thing. So yeah. Thank you for that correction there, grammar. Correction.
Subject verb agreement.
Yes, very, very important.
Also very important in the kitchen. All right. Flour. No, we have flour in here.
So then
that is the new flour?
No, this is the flour that was on the counter.
That is also a new flour because this empty. Bring it. No, bring it. Oh, please. It's also a new flour.
All right, so while Sheri's putting together her ingredients, I'm going to start working with the ground beef.
Yes.
And one of the things that we should really know the chef's name so that we can refer to him.
You want to look it up, Anna?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
Is it all things Sheri with 2 S's or 1?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. I wondered whether or not the 2 S's beside each other was.
No, I just want. I mean, it makes sense.
Was but you don't really want to overtake those things, you know?
No.
You know what?
So this guy is really great. His name is Morris. His YouTube handle is Morris with 2 R's, Morris, Time Cooking. And he just started his Instagram page in like October or November.
Last year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he has like 25,000 followers.
Uh-huh.
And this particular video that we're working with, as Sheri said, they have 1.4 million views.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Morris Time Cooking on YouTube.
Okay.
And his name is Morris. I hope.
His name better be more.
Yeah. But he's great. You should check him out. So, one of the things that Morris does is.
Come over here.
Yeah, I see that. That's really cool. Is it your phone?
Yeah, but it's ruining the other part.
How are you going to fix that?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to work on that. Work on that.
But the last time I cooked something with flour, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I checked to see if I had enough.
Okay.
Run
You
out.
run short.
I had to substitute.
Right.
Yeah, but the substitution worked out well, I thought. So one of the things that he does is he really seasons the meat, which is a typical thing for Jamaican people.
Mm-hmm.
But he explains like the layers of flavor in the different steps. So first, what he did was he seasoned the beef with onion powder and garlic powder
Mm-hmm.
and black pepper and some ground ginger. He also has a signature all-purpose seasoning, which he didn't give us the recipe for, but I'm just gonna use some Laurie's seasoned salt, but not the full strength one, the one that has 25% less sodium.
Right.
And ground ginger. And there are quantities listed in his Instagram profile. I'm not a big fan of measuring things out, especially seasonings, for me. But it's different if you're baking something, I think.
Right.
Speaking of different when you're baking things, as somebody who makes pies, the proportions of this recipe feels off to me.
Okay.
Do what you want.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, if I want to double it.
Oh, but
Can you tilt down a little bit so we can see what you're doing?
Huh?
Oh, yeah. The amount that you...
So can you tilt down a little bit so we can see what you're doing?
Yeah.
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 1.5 cups seems small. A pie crust is, when you're making a single pie crust is 2.5 cups of flour.
Right.
And so
Maybe it's the number of patties. How many patties is the recipe supposed to give you?
this recipe looked like it was gonna make 8 patties.
Although he did say he cooked like 4 or 5
He made
patties,
4 from what he wrote.
and he used half of the crust.
Yeah, but this is the recipe that he gave, and the recipe I would have give would have been the one that he put half away. All right.
Right.
So me I gonna take a detour from Morris. I'm going to I'm gonna double this because
Go ahead. No, it's Lisa because Lisa.
We're doing detours.
Want to help me find the other battery on my
What you saying, Sheri? You look a little concerned.
me don't know what to do.
light, but I don't. But it's supposed to be pretend like the other battery.
Like pie stuff. When you make one pie crust, it's 3 cups of flour, and so this seemed like 1.5 cup of flour seemed like it's small. So I wonder if we should have just test the recipe as it is, and then maybe the next go around we act accordingly.
Right.
But
maybe you should stick to the original plan and see what you get.
To have extra patty crust in the freezer? No.
No. So well, if that's what you're thinking.
The bad thing is if we have less crust than we need.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's my concern is like by the time we don't roll out this, I will 3 patty we have. After we go through all of this work, Alice, we have to have some leftover patty, you know.
Okay. So okay. Well, if that's the way you're thinking about it, then yes.
So I'm not changing its proportion, but I'm gonna double that.
Okay.
Because like 454 grams of ground beef is what? Andy?
454 grams?
Yeah, a ground beef. How many in Imperial?
Wow.
Isn't that terrible? Imperial is what they call it, and America still insists on using Imperial. Like, what kind of messed up politics is that?
Well, I mean, the world is weird. Because today's Emancipation Day, and in Jamaica, you can't. The schools can decide not to let in Rasta children.
Yeah, the laws need to change. They're blaming schools for a law that's on the books. So let's change the law. You know what I mean?
Okay. So 454 grams is a pound.
Is a pound. Okay. So what's interesting is like the mixing and the measures here is
A pound is how many ounces?
16.
Okay. Okay. So we have a pound of beef.
so like empanadas. When I made the empanadas, it was 4 cups of flour.
Right.
But like much empanada we eat? 6 and 8 hours.
14.
14. Yeah, I think double it. When I shift these portions, I'm just gonna double it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna double it. All right, so I got 1.5 this already.
I can't find my.
Please remind me that I'm doubling it because I will forget.
So that means you're doubling everything. You're doubling the meat and everything.
No, the
All
meat
right,
stays
just a question.
because the empanadas was. Oh, but you know what? No, the difference with the empanadas was the empanadas also have potatoes in them, so we
Right.
may end up with extra crust.
Okay.
We may end up with extra crust for sure.
Okay.
This is one of the problems with COVID. No one ever scratch me. And I always.
All right. In the meantime, what I'm doing here is just going to chop up some scallions,
Okay.
small pieces, and not cut myself this time.
Please don't.
No, Daddy, don't leave me. Hey.
What? What do you need?
So one of the things that attracted me to this recipe was the fact that it doesn't have suet, which is a beef fat. It never really worked with suet. What he uses, which Sarah will talk about, is butter, Crisco, and buttermilk to get that flaky crust.
Right.
But if these patties turn out to be good, that would be so awesome because this is one of the things that I miss most about Jamaica is patties. And if the crust is good, then we can do like curry chicken patties.
Woo! It can make what patty?
Yeah.
Curry goat
Or I
patty,
saw that
yes.
Devon House has a ackee and sausage patty.
Aki patty, yes.
Yes. Or a veggie patty. If
Right,
the
with
crust is good.
chickpeas. With chickpeas.
Yeah.
Or just with the cabbage and the I like that cabbage one, cabbage callaloo.
Yes. Callaloo. Yeah, they have
Cherry
callaloo patties.
Yeah, you have callaloo patties. Maybe just cabbage and carrots and onions, like a steamed vegetable dish in a patty.
Right.
I'm gonna take a detour. Okay.
Okay.
Take a detour. Let me say about this detour. So when you cook Indian food, and Indian food has turmeric in it, Indian food hardly ever uses, in the recipes that I've looked at, it hardly ever uses more than a half a teaspoon of turmeric. Because turmeric kind of bitter, right? So this recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder for the crust. I don't know if I want a crust that's flavored with 1 teaspoon of turmeric because of the bitterness, plus the curry. So I'm gonna go half of that and do that instead.
Okay.
But also, Stephanie Shanakan, our friend from Nigeria, who's half Nigerian, half Trinidadian. Nigeria has meat pies. And so Stephanie said we need to do a versus of patty and meat pies. So if they got off to do a 3-way, I'm sure Stephanie would make some Nigerian meat pies, and while we make patty.
Well, just let me know.
For a food versus.
This platform will allow
We could
for
do a
more
Zoom.
participants. No, you can do it here.
Do a Zoom.
I mean, it can be done here if it's I mean.
Oh, if it can be done there, then yeah.
Yeah, it can be done here. That's it.
So
Do
gain
an
food
extra one.
knowledge from other areas, you know.
Right.
So another thing that Morris does is he's a big fan of putting carrots in the meat.
Right.
So I'm gonna try it this time to see if I like it.
Yes.
But also what he does is he blends the meat after it's cooked, which brings together all of the flavors and the ingredients. So I think that makes me more likely to add the carrots because then I won't be seeing chunks of carrot in the patty. But the
Right.
carrots will add a sweetness, which is good. So I'm gonna start chopping those up.
We're gonna put the extra butter on it
downstairs.
Okay, great. Great. This hour. Half cup. Okay, so this half cup now, and then we're going to put another stick for the shaving. Because another thing that he does is after him roll out the crust, him shave. I'm gonna put this in the freezer now. He shaves
With a vegetable peeler.
Yeah, he shaves it. I might just use a shredder instead of the vegetable peeler. He shaves it over it to bring up the flaky.
Right.
So I'm gonna put this stick in the freezer to make it easier to shred
Okay.
when the time comes. Yes, man.
In the freezer?
Yeah.
But not in the fridge.
What you working on there, Harrison? Huh? Man, say I do something.
He's doing something. I'm doing something.
I'm okay. Okay.
Yeah, encroaching on
I
me.
am encroaching. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, really fit.
All right. Where are you? Okay, you're over there. I'm getting the camera thing.
Right.
So I'm just slicing up some butter here to put into it. Now, usually I just put this in a which I think I might end up doing in a food processor or a mixer. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna use the way that he said. I have a pastry blender, which is like the old school way that I used to make pie crust. It's a lot of wrist work that I'm not necessarily interested in. Actually, I shouldn't have done that before I put that. Mix the dry ingredients together before you add anything else. Here.
Okay.
Don't put anything else in there before you mix up your dry ingredients. Yeah, mix up dry. Even though I put 3 pieces of butter in there already. So he used a fork. One of the things that you don't want to do when you're working with butter in a crust, as he notes, is you don't want to keep touching it because your hands are warm, and for flaky crusts, you need cold butter. And when you touch it with your hands too much, you'll warm up the butter. So he recommends not handling the dough in any way in terms of its mixing. And when you have the pie crust too, this is the same. You don't touch it with your fingers. You use a pastry blender, or if you know have a pastry blender, you use a fork.
Right.
So what are you doing, buddy? No, me I try remember if. Oh yeah. So first, when you do the crust, you incorporate the butter and the flour into like breadcrumb consistency, and then you add the liquid. So dry ingredients with flour, breadcrumb consistency, and then you add the liquid.
Right.
I'm going to look for the pastry blender. What are you doing? Oh,
I do want to see. I'm gonna come closer to you.
So this is a pastry blender, what you call a pastry blender.
Mm-hmm.
So it has the different. When I first started making pies, I got one of these.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have one of these, like you don't really need anything as fancy as a pastry blender. If you don't have one of these, you can just use a fork.
Right.
But like I said, these days I don't really use this low tech method anymore.
Low tech.
I use the food processor.
Right.
But the food processor for this process, like what me and Lisa working in the kitchen together, is a little bit too much room take up and so.
Right.
Maybe just do the wrist work. So you just what you're doing is you're cutting in the butter,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mice can get very small.
I'm very impatient with this part because you're supposed to just like cut it in so that the butter is like it look like breadcrumbs because the butter, like the cubes of butter that I put in are crushed up so much that
Sherry said, I'm encroaching on her.
it's like I was like moving all the way over here.
Sorry.
Let me get in.
I can't wait until you come, and then we'll just have a whole camera set up where we don't need to.
We just do.
Yeah, like
It's
it just feel like a jingban setup.
You have to also figure out how we can do a setup in Jamaica, because we're going to do a lot of cooking and stuff in Jamaica, don't you think?
Me always cook with my Jamaica.
I mean, filming the stuff that we cook.
Well, it depends. Once there's Wi-Fi, it shouldn't be an issue.
There's that. There's that.
Now I remember why I don't like to do this way. No. So let me just double check to make sure I have all of the ingredients in my bowl here. Because next thing you know, me work it and me forget, so me never put in something vital. 1.5 cups of flour. That's what we have in here. 1.5 cups of flour. Oh, I doubled it. Right. And let's keep up. I doubled it.
Yes, you doubled it.
So it's 3 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of salt, 4 teaspoons of sugar, 3 teaspoons of curry powder. I did the lowering of the portion on the turmeric. So I used 1 teaspoon of turmeric instead, 2 teaspoons baking powder, and at this point only a 1/2 cup of see me forget something, that's why I need to check it. 1/2 cup of cold butter and a 1/4 cup of shortening. I forgot the shortening. So I gotta go get the shortening to put in here too. Oh, but yeah. If it double now, me put a 1/4 now and then a 1/4 later. All right. Gotta go get that.
Where's the good Great Jones pan?
Where Andy always put it.
You guys are back? There was
Right.
there was a thing with the internet connection a while ago.
Oh, there was?
Yeah. You didn't notice it?
No, I wasn't over here.
Oh, okay.
I was not over here. All right.
It said non-stick though. That's what it said.
You said non-stick?
It said non-stick.
But that pan is non-stick.
Okay.
So I have.
Mm-hmm.
I like putting together these things this way because it's easy to put in the pot.
Right.
So I have some thyme, some Scotch bonnet. It's kind of hard to see because it's red.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it.
You can see it. The carrots,
Mm-hmm.
scallions,
Mm-hmm.
and onions.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to get my pot and start. Oh, I forgot something. Garlic.
We always I forget things, you know.
What's going on over there, guys?
Always I forget things. It always happens. So I put in this now. And so the thing with shortening, shortening is a vegetable fat, Andy, is that it doesn't congeal in the same way when cold
Right.
that butter does. So it won't be essential to keep that. Though I should still put like a quarter cup of this somewhere too. So I don't know if you can see that it getting a little bit crummy.
Yeah.
So we're trying to incorporate it up in here for our breadcrumb texture. The pastry blender, because of all of its tines. When Lisa come back, tell her so she have to strip them here. It can't go in at the pot, so the pot here go.
I think she's going to strip them. I think so.
All
All right. Well, remember, you know, that she's gonna blend it as well.
Yeah, but I don't know if that blending I got. Huh? What? No. Oscar brought it when she got. We're also doing laundry at the same time, so if you hear in the background,
nobody are chatting.
It's that the washing machine is done. Alice, there's a question about the time.
Are you going to cut the time up smaller before you put it in the pot, or are you going to put it in like that?
Yes. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm going to take the time. Why? You're turning into daddy now with the whole stick of time in the.
It's not me. Ask. It's Alice.
I heard
No.
I heard you.
Right?
Never go far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is
before you show. Wait, sorry. Oh, so see. That's
So you're almost there with that, or does it get smaller than that, or you have to do it?
I'm gonna keep doing it to get a little bit smaller.
All right, so while Sherry does that, I'm going to start taking the time off of the stick.
Me used to have something, you know.
Sherry has a tool for everything, man.
Me used to have something.
I forgot tread this time through some needle now. Try to get.
See there?
Show me.
Try.
All right.
Sherry.
But you have to try. Yeah.
It worked.
So you have a special instrument to strip time.
Yes. Here, look.
Interesting.
Sort of works.
But like it looked like a lot of leaves are left on that one that you just did.
Yes, there were a lot of leaves left here, so I'm just going to take them off. Oh, sure. Okay, you have a technique.
No. More time, me just use the dry time and not bother with this one.
No, man, you can't use dry. You come so they can see.
More time, it does. Yeah.
Is there a particular name for that?
No.
How did you find this?
No. These things find me.
These are the things that pop up in Sherry's Instagram feed and show up at the doorstep.
These things find me. That's the.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, like.
So
what
I know what the problem is.
So this is
I'm
one of the
using
problems
the
with it.
wrong hole. There are
You have to use a
4
smaller
different
hole.
gradations.
Yeah, but also.
Oh yeah, I was doing it wrong.
But also, I think one of the flaws on this is that the bowl should be this way because you shouldn't be pulling along the grain of where the leaves grow. You should be pulling against it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's flawed still, you know, because the leaf. If you do it the other way, the leaf they're gonna drop off of the back. You know why you want to drop off in the bowl? You understand?
Yeah.
You just this all right now, don't it?
What is it supposed to look like?
Breadcrumbs.
Somewhere. There's also another flaw where
The top part, you know.
the
You know,
top
so
parts
yeah.
come off as like
So Morris said it was dry time, and I would have one tin for
I know that there's.
But he did say he didn't have any fresh. But you did go to your buy fresh.
I did. I went because I wanted it to be really good.
All right. So I'm not really going to fool around with this no more. I just going to put in the buttermilk now.
I can't open it.
Bring it. Let me see.
You can't open it?
5 ounces of butter. And then tomorrow, I'm going to make this chicken. It's very simple buttermilk chicken. Very simple.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe by the time the pot, because it's nice to have the buttermilk in the fridge. But by the time we're gonna make the pot today, maybe a time for the season up the chicken.
Oh, okay.
But this recipe for chicken is super simple. It's just salt and buttermilk. So like you salt the chicken, and then it's a recipe from a chef lady called Samin Nasrat. Her book Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. And so you first rub it when it's thawed. First you rub it with salt. And then you let it sit for a half hour, and then after you do that, you put it in buttermilk and add another like 2 tablespoons of salt, and then you put it in the fridge for 24 hours.
Okay.
And then Barbie couldn't eat this chicken; she would not like it.
Too salt.
Too salt. But it kind of tenderizes the chicken a little bit to the salt, and so. After that, now you take it out when you're ready to cook it. I put it in the oven, and it's golden and it's delicious. I'm gonna make that with the rice and peas for dinner tomorrow. People are gonna ask for gravy.
I was gonna say, are you going to make gravy?
And they never hear. That's why I never ask for gravy too. So we're frozen chicken up here, so all right, so I'm gonna put a little well in here.
Here, switch places so people can see. Are you gonna be eating stuff?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Not really
No
anything.
one will eat up my nut.
No one eats up your nuts?
Yes, one's holding up the nut.
Oh no, you have to go to the bad place. No, so in the bad place.
In a bad place.
Where people don't wear masks. What is
it wasn't bad today.
People were wearing masks?
Yeah, and I was just in and out. You have to be strategic when you go to the store now. Like, where are your items in the store and park closest to there? Although for Walmart
is better because Walmart them organize aisles and all of these.
No, there's only one entrance.
Yeah, there's only one entrance.
So if I need something in the household aisle,
you have to go all the way back.
I'm gonna need to walk all the way over there, and I don't like that. I don't see how that controls the traffic. They just need some other people over on the other side.
Well, they also need to know how many people are coming into the store. I think that's why.
Yeah, well, they just need to get
like can count the people. So if you have multiple entrances, it's harder to count how many people.
So how does Hy-Vee do it?
Hy-Vee don't count people.
So why does Walmart need to count people?
Because Walmart observe social distancing rules in place. Hy-Vee isn't.
Oh, that says something.
Well, yeah, I was talking with Andy about it today too. About Target does it too.
Harrison,
is Aquaman? Oh my goodness! Did you get new toys? We can't buy things for the picnic. We can't.
You know what?
When Andy was asking him, that's cool, Harrison. When Andy was asking him which cars he wants, at the end of it, he said he want a Wonder Woman car. He's like, I want a Wonder Woman car.
Okay. Did Wonder Woman have a car? Specific car?
Yeah. Carson,
Oh,
can I see Wonder Woman's car again, babe? Let's show Auntie Alice Wonder Woman's car.
This is Wonder Woman's car. Auntie Allison, this is Wonder Woman's car.
oh, hi, darling. Okay, that's Wonder Woman's car.
Let me bring it up closer for her.
Excellent.
It has
Oh,
lasso
oh, I
stuff.
see. I see. I
Can you
see.
tell her why it's Wonder Woman's car?
Because it has lasso stuff.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to start sauteing the fresh seasonings. So I'm going to do the onion first,
Yes.
and then I'm going to do the carrots. I'm going to start the onions and then show you what it looks like when I'm just about to add the carrots.
After I finish this here,
Yes.
and I put this in the fridge, this will be done for another hour.
Okay.
So I'm trying to decide how we're gonna, because then after I do this part, then I have to take it out again. And oh, you know what? For a half hour, I'm gonna let it rest for a half hour
Okay.
in the freezer,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll take it back out after a half hour and shred in the butter, and then put it back.
Okay.
So like if you put it in the freezer, if you put it in the freezer instead of
The
the
fridge.
fridge, you can shave off half of the wait time.
Right.
So
Okay.
what I do is say about this part of the process once it comes together
Mm-hmm.
is that's the only time you put your hand in it to kind of clean up the bowl.
Right.
It's supposed to be sticky. So this is a little sticky. It's a lot sticky.
Ah,
And
yes.
another reason why I use the food processors and stuff to make dough is that then I don't have to touch it when it's sticky. I don't like
Right.
doing that.
Right.
So oh my lord. So I'm gonna wrap this in cling wrap and put it in the fridge, in the
Mm-hmm.
freezer.
Right.
And then my part will be done
Right.
for another half hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to look over here what's going on with the new toys.
Okay. Is this the point that we take the break or no?
Huh?
Is this the point that we take the break or no?
No man, Lisa still a going with her part, you know.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I mean as I said my part, I'm gonna get out of the way because Lisa's still doing the meat now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get out of the way to finish up that part.
Right.
What? I say I did plug it in.
Right. All right. So I'm going to take you over here to see the onions just becoming
Yeah.
translucent here in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
And so now what I'm going to do is add my second ingredient, which is the carrots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to add my scotch bonnet yet, so I'm trying to get away from the carrots. All right. So to cook this, I added just a little bit of coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
we're going to saute this for a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then turn this down a little bit because I don't want it to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else I need to do here.
So add to your script.
Oh, this is my script
For today?
for today. I mean, I don't usually use a script, but today because I didn't have a written recipe. I needed to write something down. All right, so now I'm gonna add the garlic.
Mm-hmm.
And this smells really good. The onion and the garlic and the carrots coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to add the Scotch bonnet peppers.
So you know the thing with the onion and it's a trinity. That's why I said because carrot is a seasoning.
Yeah,
So
I
the only
mean,
thing the trinity is onion, garlic, and celery.
whoa,
But
Pepper.
pepper, yeah. So now I'm going to add the scallions and then the thyme all together. And I'm going to add a little bit more coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
Just a touch. This is just like a teaspoon. And I'll show you what this looks like in just a little bit. Whoa.
Strong.
Yeah, but that's good. Here, let me show you what it looks like.
Ah, yes.
You see that? All
Mm-hmm.
right. Now, here's where he talks about getting into the layers of seasoning. So we're going to add some salt,
Mm-hmm.
not too much, because
Mm-hmm.
because there's seasoning salt in the beef.
Mm-hmm.
Some black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just freshly ground black pepper, which is
Mm-hmm.
a bit better than the other one. Now, one of the ingredients I didn't have, which kind of sucks, is hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're just joining us in today's episode of the Flavor Profile, Lisa and Sheri prepare Jamaican beef patties. Sheri has completed the dough preparation. It's in the fridge sitting, and Lisa is still working on the filling, which is the beef. So she kind of just started now.
So one of the ingredients, like I was saying, that I don't have is browning.
Mm-hmm.
So remind me when I come back to Jamaica that I need to buy some browning. I did not. Is it Maggie? Oh no, I didn't see it. So I put some okay, so I didn't have browning. So what I'm using instead is sweet soy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet soy sauce. So this
Okay.
is a combination of sugar caramelized with soy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
The recipe does call for soy sauce, so I'm not going to add any additional soy sauce. I'm just going to use that sweet soy sauce, and that will be the soy sauce and the browning,
Right.
because you saw how dark that was.
Right.
Now I'm going to add a little bit of the oyster sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And turn it down a little bit. And let this cook down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now the other thing that we added was ketchup. Yes, and tomato paste.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to have to do the wash out this bottle of tomato.
Yeah. Just run some warm water in it.
Yeah. The fumes from that pepper.
Strong.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're not quite ready for the tomato paste yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to show you what that looks like.
Oh, okay.
So really dark. I
So
think I need a little. Go ahead.
after this, you're gonna blend it. Are you gonna blend it when it's cooked?
I think I may blend it. Yeah, a little bit to make it smooth, because as you can see, it's kind of chunky,
Yeah.
and you don't want like chunks of meat in the patty. All right. So I'm just going to let this cook for like 30 more seconds, and then I'm going to add the beef.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I'm going to look for the Tupperware.
Okay.
You just slice it off. You slice off what you want. Wait, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That one is tomato sauce. All right. This looks awesome. Look. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I'm going to add the beef. And turn our stove back up.
Mm-hmm.
And just break the beef up. What's happening?
I think we have. Here we go. Hey guys. It's Kadim.
Hi,
I did, but
Kadeem.
I'm here. I think she was doing some laundry.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to let this cook for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then come back to it. The thing about this pot is that it is stainless steel, but it is non-stick. chunk of tomato sauce. Tomato paste.
Tomato paste.
Yeah, so I need to break off a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Or cut off a piece. And that was fairly easy to slice off. Boy, those fumes really open up your sinuses.
Yes, they do.
What are you guys having for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
Huh?
No. I'm listening to you.
What are you guys having for dinner tonight? Is what I said.
Oh, I'm not sure. I actually just got in.
Okay.
So I just kind of put down my things and started setting up. So I didn't really venture into the kitchen.
Are you hearing the crackling?
Yes, I am. Are you hearing it? Is it loud?
It's a bit loud, yeah.
All right. So you want us to try what we did the last time, where you disconnect and then reconnect?
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay. All right. So let's try reconnection. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing episode 9 of the Flavor Profile. And today, Lisa and Sheri are in the kitchen and they're making Jamaican Style Beef Patties. And we're having a little bit of a glitch right now where Lisa's connection, we're having a bit of crackling in the sound. We want to be able to fix that. So Lisa is just going to sign out and log back in and see if we can get it to work. Hello. Sound better?
Hello.
Yeah, not hearing it anymore.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bless you.
So I have here my little knob of
Ginger.
I use ginger powder. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to add the tomato paste.
Mm-hmm.
And just allow this to continue cooking.
How long is the cook time on that?
10 minutes actually. This would be a good time to do the break, a natural time to do the break, because when you come back, we would have cooled the filling and Sheri's dough would have been set and ready to go.
So where are we now in our recipe?
We are in the resting stage. We're allowing for cooling of the stuffing, and we're also allowing for resting of the dough. Trying to figure out where to.
I think 4:30.
We're still on the same time, right?
Yeah,
I think 4.
4.
Yeah, because you have to roll and then we have to cook.
And then we have to cook them. They're gonna take half an hour to cook. So
it's gonna take us half an hour to 45 minutes to roll and assemble.
Yeah.
And then need half an hour to cook. Then there'll need to be some
picking my teeth.
So we'll probably eat at 5:30.
Yeah.
So 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4 o'clock is when we do the second part. All right, guys. So we are in the cool down. Well, we're cooking and we are the dough is being chilled right now, so we
So
are
coming
taking it.
oh yeah, there's a timer. We're just on the hour mark, so it's a good time to break.
Right. So we'll just
Right.
take a break. We're gonna send another link out for the second part, which will start at 4, and we'll be back with flavor profile. And today our kitchen leads are Sheri and Lisa. They're making Jamaican style beef patties. We'll send out another live link and hope you join us at 4. See
4
you soon.
o'clock. 4 o'clock go live. So we're gonna send that link to put it on the social medias.
Yeah,
So
so
people
you send
can
us the
log
link so
in.
people can do that
Maybe
for the
pop
patty
in.
assembly.
Yeah, and ask questions or whatever.
Right. So they for which link? For this one that we're doing now?
This one. No, the one
The
that
next
you'll
one.
send us.
So okay, so what
How
should
do
I
we do
do?
Okay,
Send
close this broadcast and then we'll discuss that.
right.